This week, the Board of Trustees have selected Shane Reeves to become the next University of Wyoming president.
We go over what you should know about a new COVID variant.
And we talk to the Pokes Pantry about their fundraiser. Hello, welcome back to Wire. Read the latest on campus and statewide news. I'm Dylan Pierce.
And I'm Carolina Boelter. After nearly 4 hours of deliberation, the Board of Trustees have selected Brigadier General Shane Reeves to replace President Ed Seidel come July.
Our Rick Vigil attended Reeves' presentation and breaks down what you could expect with the new leadership.
The Board of Trustees have made their decision on who will be the next university president and selected Brigadier General Shane Reeves, Dean of the Academic Board at the U.S. Military Academy in West Point. In this decision, the board went with an outside candidate over Kelly Crane, Dean of UW's College of Agriculture. So who is Shane Reeves, and what does he intend to do as university president when he takes up the position in July? The public's first introductions to Reeves was during his Tuesday public presentation. Reeves' presentation was informal. He didn't have a PowerPoint, and he seemingly spoke off the cuff about what he sees to be an inflection point facing higher education. With the growing use of AI in workplaces, young people not seeing the cost of higher education to be worth it, and the upcoming enrollment cliff, where there will simply be less high school graduates to attend college, Reeves wants to adapt UW to these challenges. As he puts it, Wyoming should have the courage to adapt while holding on to the traditions that have made this university great, comparing this inflection point to the story of Netflix and Blockbuster. While I was not allowed to record the presentation, I was able to ask Reeves about how he thinks UW can bring in innovations using its unique location and institutions in this changing world. Here's his answer.
There's some unique attributes of the state of Wyoming that I think can be leveraged to drive innovation, not just in the state, but economic development. You can start thinking through some of them. Might be critical minerals, rare earth is a big deal. The small micro nuclear reactor that's been put in Kimmer, like that is awesome, and that needs to be leveraged. And there's a number of other the natural, like all of the fuel that is needed to power the AI infrastructure, the data centers. Wyoming is really well placed to do that. So I think the innovation can connect to some of Wyoming's unique attributes. And in doing so, you'll drive innovation and economic development.
Reeves' presentation only took about 30 minutes, leaving the rest of the hour to answer questions from ASUW, the Faculty Senate, Staff Senate, and members of the audience. When asked by ASUW about how he would respond to incidents of hate speech on campus like the ones that occurred last year, Reeves answered that a swift response was needed, that the president has a responsibility to maintain a positive campus environment and make the values of the university clear. Overall, Reeves emphasized the need for shared governance, how he would seek input from a wide range of departments, staff, and faculty on decisions that impacted them, fostering an environment of transparency and communication. He wants to use his experience of doing the same for administrative decisions at West Point, overseeing an $80 million annual budget. Change seems to be on the horizon for the university, and it's coming from a Wyoming native whose career has been outside of the state. I'm Eric Vigil with Wire, and back to the studio.
A new COVID-19 variant known as BA.3.2, nicknamed Cicada, has been detected in at least 25 states across the U.S. through testing and wastewater surveillance. The strain is part of the Omicron family and contains a large number of genetic mutations, which scientists are studying to see if it could affect immunity from vaccines or previous infections. The variant was first identified in South Africa in late 2024 before appearing in several countries, eventually the United States. Health experts say the variant currently represents only a small portion of cases, and early research shows no clear evidence that it causes more severe illnesses than previous strains. The World Health Organization has classified it as a variant under monitoring, meaning scientists are watching it closely, but it is not considered a major threat at this time. Researchers will continue tracking the variant as they learn more about how it spreads.
The Pokes Pantry and the Union is holding the Every Poke Near Us campaign, a fundraiser that aims to assist the roughly 41% of university students who experience food insecurity. Every dollar raised equals one meal for a student. We reached out to Jess Dooley, project coordinator of the Pokes Pantry, to learn more. After, we will go to Carolina for next week's weather.
That money goes towards our UW food security account, which pretty much pays for all of the food that we give out in the pantry. It also goes towards purchasing meals for our meal swipe sharing program. So I would say a typical campaign from years past can supply, like 15 to 20,000 meals for our UW community.
Hey everyone, here is your weather update for next week. We're starting the week pretty mild with highs in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees on Monday and Tuesday with partly cloudy skies. Nights will still be cold, dropping into the mid-20s, so if you plan on taking any nighttime walks, I suggest grabbing a warm coat. By midweek, we'll see a bit more sunshine and highs reaching the low 50s, with only a small chance of light rain or snow shower. Heading into the weekend, temperatures stay fairly nice with highs in the low to mid-50s with a mix of sun and clouds. Overall, it's a pretty usual spring week with mild afternoons and chilly mornings. That's your weekly weather outlook. Have a great week, Laramie. Now let's move on to more sports with Morgan Moore. But first, a quick message from the studio.
Looking for the perfect place to bring your creative vision to life? Wildwire Studio offers a professional, high-quality production space designed for creators, storytellers, and media professionals. Our studio creates state-of-the-art camera systems, a fully soundproof environment for crystal clear audio, a Vortex green screen for limitless backgrounds, and a complete lighting setup to make every shot look its best. And that's not all. We're also hiring. If you're passionate about storytelling, on-camera performance, or media production, we're looking for video journalists and anchors to join the team. This is your chance to gain a real experience and be part of something exciting. So whether you want to create, collaborate, or kickstart your career, Wildwire Studio is a place to be. Contact us today at wildmedia@uwyo.edu and take the next step in your creative journey.
How are we doing, Pokes fans? And welcome back to More Sports with Morgan Moore. I am Morgan Moore, and let's dive right into this week's segment. Remember that intramurals are up and running, and it's never too late to join. Men and women's rugby season is on the move with an upcoming tournament at CSU for our women's team, and for men's, they have an upcoming tournament in Bozeman, Montana. So keep an eye out for all the club sports, and don't be afraid to join. It's never too late. Now that UW basketball is over, we can look forward to UW football, swimming, diving, some golf, and track and field. But let's do a special top 3 plays segment of the top 3 plays over the whole 2025-26 season. And for our number 3 spot, we have Peyton Muma with a fast break down the court with a 180 backwards layup, and then she hits the shrug after. What a crazy move for Peyton. In our number 2 spot, we have Leland Walker, who absolutely denies this shot off of a fast break. Way to hustle, Leland. And for our number 1 spot, we have Gavin Gores with a wide open lane with the oop, with the slam dunk. Great job, Gores. That'll be it for today, and I hope y'all have a good week. And go Pokes.
And that's a wrap.
Keep your friends up to date on all things UW by liking and sharing this post.
And don't forget to give a follow if you haven't already, because next week we'll have even more news you wouldn't want to miss. And remember,
Go Pokes.